This is my birth story. Well, my son's not mine. I was a C-section baby. Basically, I just jumped out, my mom deflated, and then they had to put me in the sun like a houseplant because I had jaundice. So I'm 22 years old, right? I get with my son's father. He had just served like an insanely long bit in prison for a horrible crime. And I think, wow, that is fatherhood material. Not really, though. I wasn't thinking about anything at all. All I cared about was how to expel calories. Anyways, I get pregnant. I'm like, this is fine. This is fine. Everyone's recommending that I do like, parenting classes or birthing classes. I'm like, this is fine. This is natural. I don't need that. Fast forward, one day I'm watching Duck Dynasty, eating Reese's Pieces. All of a sudden, like, liquid came gushing out of me. Gross, I know, but it's natural. I thought it was another type of natural. I thought I peed my pants. I'm like, whatever, I'm pregnant, you know what happens. It was my water breaking, if you didn't catch on. So what did I do? Finished eating my Reese's Pieces. So then later on, I want to say it was like the next day or like, I don't think it was the same day. I don't know. My kid's 12 now. It's been a while. But I'm doing this exercise video and like, I feel a little weird, like not in pain, but I just felt like just a tiny little tightening in my stomach. I think at that point they were like 3 to 5 minutes apart. So like I called my doctor and she's like, no, you wouldn't be able to talk like that if you were in labor. False. She's like, you can go to labor and delivery, but they're just going to send you home. So I hang up and then I call back later because now they're like a minute to a minute and a half apart. But I'm not really in pain. Honestly, I feel Gucci. I call again and I tell her, listen, I'm going. I don't care. I'm going in. I go into the hospital and their consensus as well was like, you're not in labor. Because I was just like waltzing in and I was in a good mood. I was feeling great. And they were about to send me home, but then I tested positive for amniotic fluid. They give me 2 epidurals because the first one didn't work. The actual giving birth part was a breeze for me, probably because of the 2 epidurals. I watched Ella Enchanted and just pushed them right out. 0 stitches, no nothing. It was great. But then reality started setting in. My son's father had recently gone off his medication, so he was convinced that if like the nursing staff got a hold of our baby, something terrible would happen. So I couldn't get any sleep because he was paranoid and we couldn't bring the baby to the nursery because of his paranoia. And he could definitely not in his state handle an infant, oh my god. So I was exhausted. So it's time to go home and reality is setting in even more. I'm terrified because my baby is a newborn and he was technically premature. So I'm just scared because, like, I never had a newborn before, and, like, he's in the car seat, and I'm just terrified something bad's gonna happen, and it's pouring rain. So I, like, kept saying, please be careful to my son's father, because I was just really scared. And that was a huge thing, because I was threatening his manhood by making comments on his driving. So at that point, I'm like, what the fuck have I done? What have I done? Not only was I not stable enough to be a parent, but then I'm like, look at this situation that I'm bringing my kid home to. Oh my god. I literally that night thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to give him up for adoption or something. Like, my mom might have to raise him. I can't do this. But then what did I do? I went to YouTube and I learned. That's right, YouTube taught me how to be a parent. And I'm a damn good one now, so it took a little bit, but I'm here. I've been sober 11 and a half years. I've maintained employment for like 13 years. I'm about to graduate with my bachelor's. But anyways, I do always say that the moment that I truly became a mother wasn't when I gave birth, it's when I left his father for good. I wrote in my journal once, I still have the page, and I wrote in there like, I know I'm a kind person, like, why am I making myself settle for somebody who's just not a kind person? I deserve to be with somebody who you look at them and you just think, they're just a good, genuine, kind person. I found that person. My son's father passed away from an OD almost 6 years ago, and my now husband has been raising him with me since he's been 5, so over half his life. Our family definitely looks different, but my husband and I, we show up, we do what we're supposed to, and we set a good example. And I can see that so much in my son as he gets older, and it makes me so proud.